Spotify executive says Harry and Meghan are lazy effing grifters after axing their multi-million-dollar podcast deal.
And I was just a wreck. I was just crying and crying.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Harry and Meghan's motto is simple. It's always all about us. Last week was no different. The Meghans returned to the Big Apple. They visited a school, held a summit, and talked about themselves. Their very favorite thing to do. In between, the couple courted Amazon to be their new sugar daddy money machine. Meantime, you had Spotify CEO spill the beans on Walmart Wallace, all while an insider shared her thoughts on why Netflix's Invictus series didn't change people's minds about Harry. Because the damage is already done. The Meghans' game plan to rebrand their image isn't working. On top of which, you have King Charles gave Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been Never Was new titles. Now the couple are called the Others. What's going on, everybody? Meghan and Harry find themselves in a real pickle. They crave attention, cameras, and crowds. But what does a spoiled couple do when thousands of crowds don't show up to cheer them? The same way they warmly embraced Prince William a couple of weeks ago. Not to worry. There weren't even people to boo them, but the Meghans wanted to get the public's attention. So the eco-warriors showed everyone their hypocrisy by going around the block, by driving 200 feet from their hotel at the Equinox to the Hudson Yards, all to go to their public event in Uber's very finest 7 VIP SUVs. Being a wannabe is an expensive habit to break, especially when you're the Montecito merchandisers and they realize that their bank account is about to go on a starvation diet. See, they just discovered that Santa Claus isn't the only one to hand out coal to naughty boys and girls. King Charles is shocked. New titles for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. See, the head of the British monarchy just reshuffled the royal family deck, and that act alone was so profound that it moved Princess Pinocchio in such a way that the woman actually forgot the very name of her problem prince.
Being a mom is the most important thing in my entire life. And outside, of course, being a wife to this one.
Talk about a karmic colonoscopy for Harry. She didn't even give the man a name. He just got a thumb pointed in his direction. Well, Meghan always could have publicly called him what I'm sure she calls him privately. Puppet. Still, her words were much kinder than her stares.
For us to acknowledge that there's creativity there, but when they turn around and say, oh, they're harmed.
Throughout their entire New York City run, Meghan treated every event as if that was the one to make her dreams come true. That was going to be the career-defining moment that everyone recognized her for the star she was. Doing that instead of focusing on all the parents that were there to share their heartbreak about how their children had suffered at the hands of social media. But that didn't happen. Duchess Delusional used that time so she could shine in the sun. She got so bad that she even cut off Harry when he extended a hand of greeting to a father. She swooped in and hugged the man, all so the press could snap a pic and print it in the paper. Harry was treated miserably. It got so bad he looked more like a pest instead of a partner. Absolutely lost. It came to the realization that the man could not even answer a very basic question about a theme of the event he sponsored.
What does a healthy social media environment look like to you in the future when you think about this work that your foundation is doing?
To be honest, I don't know. As a dad, I don't know. As a human, I'm not sure.
In my opinion, the Meghan social media campaign has absolutely nothing to do with children, but it has everything to do with their crusade to silence anyone who doesn't worship them. But see, that's not going to work for them in the long run, because right now they need all the positive publicity that money can buy, because their ability to monetize their titles going into the future has been severely hamstrung. See, they've been relabeled as royals, downgraded from first class into baggage claim. This reset has seen the king break his family down into 4 categories: senior royals, working royals, non-working royals, and others, according to Hardcastle. And it is into that final inglorious group, the others, that the Sussexes have been lumped. What I find really odd is that the couple still haven't recognized that every time they open their mouth, it only raises more questions.
Being a mom is the most important thing in my entire life.
But that's a lie.
outside, of course, being a wife to this one.
For people who talk a really good game about putting their children first, the passport parents never seem to be home.
So special to be here, and I'm sorry that I'm a little late for the party. And so I just had to spend a little bit more time getting our little one settled at home. Milkshakes and school drop off.
At almost 2 weeks spent in Germany for the Invictus Games didn't seem to be enough for the jet-lag junkies to miss their California chicken coop, so they decided to go on a romantic getaway and spend a few days in Portugal. Even the World Mental Health Day wasn't safe from the Hollywood D-list celebrities.
I think all of us can stand behind the value and the importance of education, especially having access to it, but that access to it and what it is can now come in different shapes and forms.
According to this witness report, you said nothing.
The hungry ego alerts tried once again to overshadow Prince William and Princess Catherine as they held in the UK their own mental health events in Birmingham on the very same day. See, for the Meghans, it's never enough. So Duchess Duplicitous put on her very best Princess Diana role-playing costume, all to silence her husband, the man who had held onto the mic one too many times that day and spoke his mind freely, and so she could remind everyone that the center stage spotlight was only meant for her. Meghan Markle dons a Letterman jacket gifted to her at her last solo royal engagement as she and Prince Harry make a surprise visit to an alternative Brooklyn school, where Duke warned students to keep tabs on each other during mindful meditation. Harry and Meghan did indeed visit an alternative to college. It's called the Marcy Labs, a school that helps students fast-track a career into the tech sector. And you know what? There's no big grand discoveries to be made like we found out about the Harlem school that they visited back in 2021. The Meghans made no request for new pillows, red carpets, or any royal treatment. As a matter of fact, Archwell gave the school a donation back in January of 2023. But it seems that gift opened the doorway for the D-list wannabes to use the school for another brazen publicity stunt. The real question is, did any part of them actually go there because they cared about the kids? I really doubt it. How do I know? Just take a look at what happened. Before the event was even finished, all the photos, all the videos, every one of the snaps was already fed to the press. That gives their game away right from the jump. And it's another prime example of their transparent manipulation that repeatedly gets the Meghans in the hot water with the public.
You had the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They released 12 podcasts in 2.5 years. Was that worth £18 million?
We wish all of the ones we didn't renew with the best of success that they can have going forward.
That was very diplomatic.
Spotify CEO Daniel Ek was much more diplomatic than many of his peers when it came to how he canceled a contract for Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been Never Was.
Damn, he does have a point. And then if you're an executive for Spotify and you doled out or you committed to doling out $20 million, because we don't know if they got the whole $20 million, and they only do 12 episodes, oh, that's a reason to be pissed.
Prince Harry. I'm so embarrassed that I fucking have to share Spotify with him. The guy sucks.
It really is quite simple. One requires skill and talent mixed together with relentless hours of work, blood, sweat, and tears to even have a chance at having a shot at succeeding at something you love, let alone in the entertainment industry. But see, the Meghans are spoiled. They aired some dirty laundry, did a lot of mudslinging, and that was the ingredient to their success in the beginning. So they're like, everything else is going to be this easy. But what they didn't realize was the price that they were going to pay later, the destruction of their names.
Didn't see that one coming, no.
Unfortunately today, there's always a sucker willing to be taken for a ride. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry in talks with Spotify rival to recoup lost millions. Has anyone ever noticed that Meghan's superstar agents over at William Morris sure are working overtime to keep her name in the headlines? Every day it's something new. One day it's like, Meghan's writing a book that's going to outsell the Bible itself. She's going to produce a movie. She's going to produce a television series. She's going to relaunch the TIG. Her Instagram account is about to attract millions. Well, I checked it a couple of days ago, and after 6 weeks, it's still at 303,000 followers. You know, with all the hot press her agents are getting her, not one new project has materialized. The Duke and Duchess's business advisors are in talks with Amazon-owned audiobook and podcast service Audible. At the same time, Meghan had been reaching out personally to A-list icons, including Pretty Woman actress Julia Roberts, in an effort to generate joint projects for a planned relaunch of her website, The Tig, our source disclosed. The Meghans, the Please We Need a New Butler tour, isn't going well, so the couple are now trying to recharge their wallets by connecting up with Audible. You know what? Amazon might actually go for it. I mean, we're talking about Amazon, who spent almost $1 billion to pervert J.R.R. Tolkien's mythological masterpiece of Middle-earth and create the worst disaster in television history. But what's really amazing is that the Meghans, what is this, like their 4th or 400th time trying to go into a rebranding phase to realign their image so they can become powerhouse players in La La Land? Yet still, the couple hasn't learned their lesson. The destruction they did has damaged their reputation forever. The damage is done.
They've almost kind of done this weird transition from full-blown royalty to full-blown celebrity. They will forever associate this couple with insincerity, betrayal, and fueling the culture wars, and that is the issue. That saying doesn't go anywhere.
I said it months ago, and I'm going to say it again. The closer that the menace in the mouth cozy up to Hollywood in order to chase their dreams of stardom and money, the further away they go from the crown and their titles. Without any attachment to the royal name, they have no brand, no business, and no bottled lightning to sell. Period. End of statement.
Nada, zip, zero.
Luckily, we always have a person with a good heart, a good spirit, and someone who stays true to her character, where her love for her people always shines through.
I believe we can reach the morning light. Fly me high through the...
If you enjoyed the video and found value in it, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and share with your family, friends, and co-workers. And to win every battle, all you have to do to remember is that we never bow down, we never bend the knee, always forward.
Fired? What do you mean, fired?
You're done. You failed. You're getting no money. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you.
You're being let go. Your department's being downsized. You're part of an outplacement. We're going in a different direction. We're not picking up your option. Take your pick.